So as I already mentioned that in this part, we'll be discussing about the prospect of ODCL. So first of all, I congratulate the TES management or the Faculty of Management or School of Management for bringing out this course, and in just 3 to 4 years of operations, they have achieved a very good industry reputation and placement figures. So can you give me a brief about the placements that you are getting there from this program? And you'll be talking about the both summer internship and final placements.
Now, would you like to take it up?
You can go if you can go if you
So-
want to. Yeah.
Yeah. To talk about the summer placements, it's like you want me to talk about summer placements or the final placement process as such. So it would be either.
Anything. We're going to start with the
Anything.
final placement.
Okay. First, I'd like to start with summer placements because recently we got through it. The whole batch of cohort of 2024 got into 100% placements figures have been recorded. And year on year, we have been showing increase in mean stipend that we are receiving out of it. And the sectors and partners we have with respect to ODCL department is from FMCG, pharma, and the roles being in consulting and MFG. So there are multiple things, there are multiple companies that we have tied up with, for example, Bosch, Deloitte, Mars. So all are good brands, very well-known brands that we have been tied up with, and our classmates have been placed into. So talk about the mean stipend, it is 2.1 lakhs for the stint of 2 months, and the highest stipend stands at 3.4 lakhs, whereas the median stipend for the whole class cohort stands at 2.
So Gayatri, me being a mentor for not only placement, I also look for the profile and what is the depth of that profile that is being offered, because placement figures might be influenced with the current economic situations, but the profile that you get is important for me. So can you tell me that what difference do you get when a person who is from the HR program, when he gets a summer internship role in somewhere, and when you get, do you have any difference or it is same for both of you?
Yeah, that is part different in it. Like few profiles, we according to the company's vacancies and wants, they offer OD roles as well, OD consulting roles as well, and there are few areas wherein we work as HR as well. So it is a mix of both, I would say, because not all companies are very much aware about the OD role that they'd be having in their company. So they are right now in the exploration phase. And whatever the role it is, we as a cohort, we would implement the learnings on OD, whatever we have gone through for the whole 1 year, since it's a summer internship. So we'll be having a knowledge of 1 full year. So that whole 1 year's knowledge of OD would be implemented in wherever organization we get into, be it like whatever role they are offering us as. So it might be HR role as is, but the implementation part would be mostly in the OD lens. So that way we would give a comprehensive view for the company, for the organization that we are associated with.
So, okay, Gayatri, I'll be asking you one question, which I frequently have seen people have applied for HR and ODCL both, even after they have a very good number of year of experience with them. And for me, I have always thought when ODCL program is there, anybody who has experience of 2 or 3 years, they should prioritize the ODCL program first. But in general, I have seen people have not prioritized ODCL, but still they have preferred HR as their first option and ODCL as their second option, despite they have got good number of experience, good number of years of experience. So it might be the problem with the placement stats that was there earlier. And from now, this year onward, we might see different scene among the people who have applied there. But still, from your point of view, I would like to know, or you can suggest, you can compare these two programs in 2-3 points so that we can pitch that WorkX, with a person with WorkX should prioritize ODCL over HR.
So according to me, the statistic that you said, people preferring
so
HR.
This question, I would like both of you should answer this question. You and Kunal both. So we'll start with Gayatri only.
Okay.
Kathy, you can continue with your answer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I will go for Kunal.
Okay. So people who have industry experience, if they get into ODCL department, so their experience will be adding value to the class learning. Peer learning is more important, like given more importance in the course curriculum as such. So it would obviously add different dimension to the class. So if at all you have 2 years of work ex minimum, I would request most of them to apply it. And I think this trend that you're talking about, people preferring HRM over ODCL in preference part. I think this trend had actually been broken from this year onwards. Like for instance, in my classmates, at least 40 to 50% of those in the class have preferred OD. So just that the popularity of OD and the market needs for OD and OD
So
professionals.
this data can also suggest that professors are choosing only those people who are prioritized OD over HR.
No. There are few people who couldn't make through, but
Okay.
I don't know about how professors are talking about in choosing level, because they choose meritorious students. Whoever
Okay.
passes through the TISNET and sits in the interview process, or a part meritorious, they have proved themselves in TISNET. Over and above it in OPA, they are give us situations, situation-based
Okay,
questions,
we'll be
scenario-based
talking
questions.
about that later.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the
Yeah,
question.
sure. So getting back to the question, so I think in our batch per se, this trend has broken, and I think it would be following the trend, and the more number of percentage people preferring OD, because the OD buzz has started in the industry, and people know about ODCL very well even before applying for it. So I think this trend has broken. The preference part
Okay.
trend has broken.
So Kunal, would you like to add something to it?
Yes, sir. As Gayatri said, even my first preference was OD, and many other students, many of my peers had their first preference as OD, even when they had cleared the both HR and OD. So the primary thing that remains is that we uh, we started in 2018, and we have seen a year-on increase in placement statistics very fundamentally. And if we talk about the 2022 final placements, our highest ATC was 42.09 lakhs per annum. And
Kunal, can you tell me in terms of capability of course or outcome of course, rather than using the placement figures? Because
Okay. So see, first of all, we need to understand what OD is all about. So if I imagine organization as a tree, and there are various branches of the tree. One might be supply chain, one might be HRM, so all these function roles. So the OD lies in the roots of the organization, developing the roots. What I mean is developing the people's capabilities in the organization, so that the effectiveness of the organization is increased. And this is what OD is all about. And second is the change management part, handling the people side of change. For example, in my previous organizations, if we had this Kaizen and 5S implementation program. So that from that point of view, I realized that change management is so important. And why is it so important? Because people are inherently toned to get one way of seeing things, forming a habit. So how to break that habit so that people are less resistant to change, but not only changing for better. So that's what OD and change management lies. And third part is of leadership. And since we are socially sensitive institution, we don't have just only ordinary any type of leadership, but being socially sensitive, being sensitive to people. And we have a value driven leadership in that sense. So that's what the core values and ethics of OD lie. And we are not
so
okay. Please.
it's all right. I got your answer. Maybe all the all the people who are listening this podcast, they must have understood that. In addition, I would just like to add that how I perceive the course, that it is like super specialization of HR. So basically, by doing OD after your work, you are heading by many steps, then following the regular stepping stone of HR, and then going to the OD consultant role. So you can have the jump here. You have got the good opportunity to get 10-year jump with this program. So people who have experience and still wants to go for that organizational development role, they should choose this course rather than choosing human resource program. Okay, so leave this discussion to the people who are applying for the course, and they still can prioritize HR over ODCL, and they might be convinced for ODCL over HR. So okay, so the next part, like, what are the long-term career prospect that you guys see? Like is it the same like that you get through HR, or do you see something different in your life, and after 10 year, 15 year down the line?
Uh, Gayatri, can I take this first?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Sir, according to me and what I've seen from past famous figures and my seniors, and I've talked to my super seniors as well, we have philanthrop roles being offered here. We have OD consulting roles being offered to us. We have HR roles being offered to us. We have HR analytical roles being forward to us, even change management roles and even management consulting roles. So that's what the beauty of OD lies in, because we see as an organization, we are taught about the organization from a very holistic view, and that what keeps recruiters keep coming in for us and provide us not just one constricted approach but a philanthropy of roles, because we have seen uh, organization from a wider perspective. So that's what I think, that's what the key difference lies
Okay.
in
Still, Malab, since this is a very experimental course from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, although they have justified it through a few one-year diploma courses before they launched this program, and it is it's too early to say that what you will be expecting after 15 year, 20 year down the line. But I think that you might get role to develop organizing from scratch, and you might be better entrepreneur than other stream because of your eyes were detailed, because the learning that you get here in developing organizations for different challenges. Okay, so we'll move for the second part of our interview, which will be learning about the program, the feature of program. Okay,